Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Cosmic Expansion Pack Plus channel. This will be our first video. We've done some podcasting before, so we're kind of reformatting it, putting them on here. And actually before we get to that, you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Yep. Hey, name's Finley, so been around, and I'll pass it on to the next guy.
What's up? It's Anthony.
Alright, so I guess like the last 8 days, 9 days, they've had a lot of big game announcements in terms of different companies and whatnot. So I guess we'll start. So today's podcast is all about all the Summer Games Fest news, the Xbox event, the Capcom event, and all that good stuff. So mostly just focus on games that got announced within the last couple of weeks or got shown off, So you guys want to start with the Summer Games Fest? That was the one that's like the one a lot of people didn't like. So
yeah, let's be honest, it was just a bunch of indie stuff, and while I don't mind it too much, it just felt like they didn't know what to really put anything good on there. Like it just wasn't for my taste.
Yeah, I wasn't on the indie game stuff.
I didn't know there was gonna be other events other than that one, so I thought it was gonna have like a whole lot of, just a bunch of stuff.
That's what I thought too, and I was expecting God of War to be the big thing they showed there. Because I made a video about okay, they didn't show God of War at the Sony event, so they're definitely going to show it here at the Summer Games Fest, and that didn't happen. I really didn't get too many big game announcements. I got a couple written down. They called it Callisto, the Dead Space.
Callisto Protocol.
Yeah, Protocol. So I wrote that one down as I'm very excited for that one. That was
showed. Yeah, that one was. I was kind of expecting them just to repeat the same trailer. I was like, okay, we've already seen this.
Yeah.
And then they showed more gameplay and the death scenes are brutal.
I like the brutality.
Yeah, it feels like Dead Space again, but different. And I'm kind of wondering what the lore behind it is. It seems really interesting. I saw the for at the end of Callisto on the O for it. You can see some sort of brightness around in something eclipsing it. So I'm starting to wonder if it's got something to do with some sort of solar eclipse happening.
I'm pretty excited. It looks so much similar. It looks similar to the remake that they're making for Dead Space 1. So it's cool to see that engine and whatnot. And it's good to see something new that they're working on as well.
Oh yeah, I mean
new concepts and new ideas.
Yeah, it just felt like after they were called off of Dead Space from EA, it's just damn.
They're kind of quiet for a long time.
But now that they got their own freedom, I mean, they can do a lot of cool stuff now.
Oh yeah. I think that one comes out this year, right? Towards the tail end.
Yeah.
I think that's a 2022 release.
I think so. I think it comes out in December.
That's really good. That's far, but good that it's coming out this year. Another one I had was that Warhammer game.
Oh yeah, that one. That first-person shooter looking one. That one looked really fun.
I haven't seen that one, but you said it was Vermintide, right? But it's the space side of Warhammer.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's most likely gonna be good.
It looked really good from that trailer, bro. They called it the 4 people you play as, the different classes and things that they'll be doing to contribute. The Vermintide was really good. Vermintide wasn't super great, so
yeah.
We'll just see them kind of stick with the whole kind of similar to
Left 4 Dead. Yeah, it's Left 4 Dead.
That was one I'm actually looking forward to. That comes out September something. I didn't write the release date down on my notes, but pretty soon, so that's not too far out. That's something I'm definitely gonna check out. I don't know if it'll be on Game Pass or not. I didn't write that down either. I'm not sure. It could be.
I feel like it would be, because I think the last few Warhammer games that came out day one on Game Pass.
Yeah, I'm
not too sure about that though.
And if it's not, man, it's looking like it might be worth a buzz. So we'll see. We'll see when we get closer to release and get some more footage and everything, But that's on my list of stuff I want to check out this year. But this year's a little bit lacking in terms of games. Everything's mostly coming out next year.
Yeah, it's just it's just you said, it feels lacking. I mean, nothing fresh. I mean, not anything really fresh,
Yeah. And then moving on, so if you guys have any more Summer Game Fest games, let me know. Because honestly, I didn't have too many. There was one.
Yeah, yeah,
I can't
no, I
remember what
mean,
it was called, so I'm not gonna say it.
oh yeah, I think it was that cowboy, like, it was weird. What was it? It was like, I don't know what it was. It was like Fire Wraith or something fire, and it was
Mhm.
like some sort of like you had like a gun roulette, and like it showed a trailer of it. It actually looked pretty okay for the most part, but yeah, other than that, I mean,
Yeah,
There
I
is
didn't too
one
much.
other thing. I know y'all wouldn't really like know anything about it. I didn't even watch the trailer. I just saw that it was shown on there. But it's a game called Soul Hackers. It just looked a lot like Persona 5 because it's made by the same people and such, same art
But
style.
mm,
But I'm sure that'll be good.
oh,
Like it look, I don't know. I saw the pictures on Steam store page. It looked interesting. Well, that's about it.
yeah, other than
uh,
that,
the only thing that I can say for the Summer Game Fest is that there was too many fucking space games. I mean,
yeah, for a while that's all they showed for like all like 35 minutes were just different space games that were kind of similar.
I could understand Callisto. It's like, all right, yeah, but then the rest of them were just like, okay, all right. It was just boring.
Yeah, I definitely get that. They showed TMNT and showed KT Jones. Like obviously the game's out now and it came out like a couple days after the Summer Games Fest, so cool to
Mhm.
see TMNT come back a big way. Arcadey feel.
Oh,
Other than that, there was another game on the Summer Games Fest. It's kind of like Doom, but like I guess the way you shoot, you have to match your reticle to the
to
I
the
don't know,
beat.
yeah, to the beat, yeah, that metal game.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
thought
I
that was
know
actually a
you.
pretty cool concept. I thought it was pretty interesting. Other than that, that's pretty much about it for me. I couldn't really pick on anything else I really enjoyed.
Yeah, I
Sadly, it wasn't
mean
a
the
lot.
I mean Summer Game Fest was just it was just
Kind
dragging
of boring.
on, and like people were like not happy with it that I saw in chat. So
Yeah, I wasn't either. And then next event that happened was the Xbox event, which I was very happy with.
oh
It,
yeah, that one was excellent.
Say that. Yeah, that was really good.
and the marketing for that was they have 12 months of games coming, or they have 12 months planned out for the Xbox Game Pass, which is actually pretty cool. It shows they've already
And,
put that much work into it.
and everything we saw on there was coming to Game Pass.
Yep, coming to Game
Oh
Pass day
yeah,
one,
oh
first
yeah,
exclusive look and all that. It was cool to see the
yeah.
Game Pass grow. Loving
Oh
it.
yeah, the Game Pass was really good whenever they like were announcing games like left to right. Like pretty much almost if not all of them were like day one.
In terms of that, so we got a lot of games. You guys want to start? We'll start with the biggest one. So Starfield was the biggest one for me personally. That's cool. That's actually
Yeah,
a day one Game Pass
that
game.
one looked like it had the most time put into the presentation. It was really
Yeah,
good.
It looks great, man.
yeah.
I want to see more of it, of course, but it looks great so far.
At first I was like expecting like Elder Scrolls like 6. I was like,
I definitely
okay,
expect
Yeah,
the
I
same.
me
don't
too.
care. I don't care about like Starfield. I was
Right.
like whenever they first like showed the like first snippet of Starfield, I thought that was it. I was like, are you kidding me? That's it? Like you saw those flashes of like some gameplay, but not really.
hmm
Yeah,
It was just like, dude, that was that was terrible. And then they showed the rest of the gameplay. I was like, oh, oh, hold on, what's going on here? This looks good. Damn. And then they showed like the customization, like you can craft your own spaceship. I was like, whoa, okay, this is all right. Yeah, this already looks good. And I was like pretty impressed with like how really good the space game looked because like I saw like other cities and other cultures in there and I was like, oh damn, this may actually be pretty fun. Actually doing like just doing quests on there, you know?
Oh yeah. The one thing I'm looking forward to, I want to see more of it, of course, but like the immersion of it all. Can't wait to see like how big the game is, how alive it is.
Hmm.
Honestly, I'm a sucker for like exploration, so
Oh
uh,
yeah.
and
hopefully
the
it's gonna be pretty good.
game is gonna be huge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he said like what 100 galaxies or
Yeah.
100 star systems.
He said there was like over 1,000 planets. I think.
I could have sworn that was 100, but damn.
I don't know. All I know is that that game's gonna be huge.
Yeah. And like I think people can make a comparison to that to like No Man's Sky, but not really. Thing with like No Man's Sky was like I don't know. Like it just felt like they kind of planned to like patch ahead. This game that's coming out, I feel like Bethesda knows what they're doing. You know?
When I hope so, because I'm liking the concept so far.
Yeah.
They also got Xbox backing them, so
Yeah, that actually helps a lot. With teams and whatnot, they can use any help they need with the promotion, the money part of it all.
Hmm.
I mean, the game should be successful, and the fact that like it's like a Game Pass part of the Game Pass family, I think that'll help the game out a lot. For people to like try it and whatnot, do that subscription.
Oh yeah.
And overall, I mean, I want it to succeed. I mean, I don't want the game to be bad because it looks cool. So I mean, I don't want people to like outright fail.
yeah, you don't
That's
ever
not
want a game that impressive looking to be bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like I just don't want this to be like another No Man's Sky, right? But like that's not likely to happen. It shouldn't.
It shouldn't. That's the thing for me. It shouldn't. We never know, but hopefully they take it seriously. And I mean, they've shown us a lot, so I think that's probably going to be like a game that probably comes out like November of next year. So I think we'll get a lot throughout the year.
Yeah.
Or
One
sorry,
thing-
throughout next year.
One thing that I would like say, and this is the only gripe, is like it just kind of looks like it needs to kind of polish its like gameplay shooting. Like it just kind of looked a little weird whenever the guy was like shooting at the people. It just felt like they didn't react to it. To me, it didn't, but that's just only a little gripe that I've had.
Well,
Other
it is
than-
like super early in development.
Yeah,
There's also the. I mean, they'll touch upon that, like with the
Yeah.
animation showing that they're hurt, or like different icons for stuff like that. So I think
Yeah,
we'll see
for
by the
me-
end of the year too. We'll probably see like another trailer most likely.
yeah. For me, like the most part, like throughout the Xbox event, I was like expecting Elder Scrolls at least something, and I saw Starfield. At first, I didn't like it, and then whenever I saw everything, I was like, okay, this may actually be pretty good if it comes to fruition.
That's the only time we'll tell. I know I heard news after they finish Starfield, the next game they're working on or putting their efforts into is Fallout 5.
Yeah, I saw that.
Mm.
So
Follow.
that's pretty interesting.
Oh yeah, follow. Yeah.
Where's just Skyrim falling? All that? Sorry, where's Elder Scrolls falling? If that's the case, then
Yeah,
they're
it's
working on
like
it. So like, I don't know.
yeah, like I was expecting Elder Scrolls 6 like at the Xbox event, but then I heard Starfield and I was like, okay. But I'm glad that that they kind of changed my mind. I was like, okay, this has potential.
And for me, I never actually heard about Starfield before. So when they first showed it, didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, because that's the most they've shown about it. Everything else has just been like a logo or like them just saying that it's a big game coming.
Yeah. So yeah, I was pretty impressed with Starfield.
Very impressive. And that's good. That's the last thing they showed. Let's see. So, okay, before we started out with the best thing. They showed Forza, which I thought was pretty interesting. And not that I'm gonna play it or anything, but they did
It
show like a
looked
couple of
really
cool
good,
things, like graphically wise. It looks insane.
Oh yeah, I like what they did with the environments. It looked really crisp.
Exactly, dude. Like the graphics for the cars, the dirt that's on them, the environment. Like, damn. I just put that in the notes because I thought it was just an impressive looking game.
And you can like look at the reflection on like the other cars, like towards the shining light reflecting off of it. I thought that was also like very well done. I was like, damn, so much detail on this.
Yeah, good on them, man. They're making their game look better than most that come out. I don't think the Forza games ever do bad, like almost like critical acclaim or like what fans think about the game. They usually do pretty well. So that's something to run in.
I have no clue about the Forza series, so
Just from what I see, they always make new games and people seem to like take it. They just love it, which is really good. I'm not a big fan of like race car games, you guys already know, but
yeah.
it's good that people are getting like that Hot Wheels track and all that in Forza 5, so that's something that Microsoft takes seriously just like it does like Halo or something else. One of the big exclusives. Other than that, let's see. We had some more. We had CFD Season 7, which I don't really care about, but it's in here anyways. So CFD is getting a new season. So I don't know what their seasons look like.
Honestly, I forgot what that was about.
It
was about customization, right?
Yeah, customizing the boat and all that
Okay.
stuff.
Honestly, I thought that was already in the game, but
I thought.
I don't have anything to say about Sea of Thieves. I mean, you know me. It's just kind of there. It's like, oh, all right, head turn.
So I don't have much to say on that, but that was just in the notes. If you guys have anything to add, 'cause I really don't.
nah.
CFDs, we get Redfall, which I forgot what that one is, sadly, but it's in the notes.
Yeah, I don't know was that Diablo?
No,
No,
Oh no.
Okay, we
Wait,
could talk about
Diablo's
I'm
Diablo.
not sure what Redfall was.
I think it was something. I don't know if I liked it or not. Fuck. I think when I wrote the notes, like I had it, I was like, oh, this game was either core or something, but I can't remember now. We'll talk about Diablo 4 since that was like what the second biggest thing they showed there.
Yeah, that was.
That
Yeah,
game looks sick.
Yeah,
I don't have anything to say about Diablo. I never touched that series, so.
I haven't played it as much as I should have, but damn, the fourth game looked really good. I'm pretty excited to try that out, especially with other people.
it looks a lot faster than the other Diablo games. Like, I don't really know how to explain it other than that, but I don't know. It just looks smoother than the other games.
Looks great too, man. The graphics are crazy, animations
Oh, yeah.
and all that.
Oh yeah, weren't you like
It looks fun.
weren't you like a little iffed about like the director that was guiding it at first? Like,
That's the
Do
one,
it.
Rod Ferguson. I don't trust him to
Yeah.
make that game or be the director for it. Not at all. The dude killed Gears 5 right off on a plug. So, no. I mean, I think the game's going to turn out well. It's just rocky decision to make. And the dude that's kind of taking over. So,
Mm.
other than that, I mean, I don't have a problem with that. I thought the trailer they showed at first, I thought it was for the phone game. It looked like it was.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be the phone game too, because I honestly forgot, or I thought Blizzard like kind of forgot about 4.
Yeah, same. We haven't got news on 4 for like, what, 2 years now? Been a long time. We got any news on 4. And they took it pretty seriously. They showed you a lot. In-game stuff. The story's going to be like. Different character classes and their abilities. Like, really good.
I sent in the Redfall, just kind of in.
Gotcha.
It was the vampire game.
Oh, okay. Then. Yeah, that was the one that was in first person, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that was a cool one. Yeah,
that was the very first one I think they showed, and I'm actually digging what they're doing with that one. I was actually pretty impressed. Like,
yeah, kind of similar to Left 4 Dead.
yeah, not only that, but just like more stuff that you can do. Like, we saw like a force field being used like as an umbrella or something. They had some cool magic stuff like going in there. I was like, okay,
Yeah, they had badass powers.
Mm-hmm.
I think all 4 characters play differently. Either that or they're customizable. I forgot which one.
Mm-hmm.
That was a game I definitely want to try out. It ends up being like Prim Game Pass or whatever. Hopefully it is.
That's definitely a game that I could like see myself playing with you guys. Like, it looks fun.
Looks like I guess I got some inspiration from Back 4 Blood too. That's the first thing I thought of when I saw it. I wish Back 4 Blood did a little better, but it's not a bad game though.
Mm-hmm.
Not as good as the Left 4 Dead. They showed the flight simulator. They showed the Halo thing.
Oh yeah. It was like the 40th anniversary of like Flight Simulator. I was like thinking, wait, if this is the 40th, that means that this thing was made in the 1980s. I was like,
wow, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I was shocked.
Me neither. I was like, huh, okay. Then they showed the Halo Pelican. I was like, all right, so now they've gone to space with this. Like, I was not expecting that. I was like, it was pretty boring for me. Most part, I was like,
Yeah,
why are you showing this thing again? Oh yeah, we got the Pelican from Halo in there. Huh.
That was just something I wrote in here. It's like that was pretty cool.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting that at all. I was like,
did they show anything like special about the 40th anniversary, or
Not
was there
really.
like a special update or something?
It just looks
Nice.
nice.
it just, I mean, like, they only added the Halo Pelican in there. That was about it that I wanted to say about that game.
Let's see. So that was that. I don't know why I put Marvel Midnight Suns, but that was a cool game. I think they showed it at both actually, both the Summer Games Fest and the Xbox One.
Yeah, wasn't like Venom and Hulk gonna be like the main bads in that one.
They have like a different version. I don't know if that is Hulk or a different version, but it's like that one chick that looked like
Wait,
Nick
you actually
was
look like
related.
Death?
Hmm.
That's the game I want to see more gameplay of, but the cinematics look great. And the characters they showed, I actually like the designs for like Ghost Rider and all of them. I want to see more gameplay. To be honest.
Bro, whenever I saw Spider-Man, I couldn't help but think of a disco ball. Like, bro,
He looked a little bit different.
yeah.
A little bit different, but
Oh,
everybody else looks pretty good. I mean, even he doesn't look too bad. I kind of got used to it when I was watching it. Different take on the whatever universe that game's setting in. That was one I definitely wanted to see, but that turned out good.
Do we want to talk about Goat Simulator 3?
Oh, that was awesome.
Dude,
Did
they
they show
didn't even.
gameplay, or was it just the cinematic?
It was just the cinematic stuff. It was like they didn't even make a 2. They just skipped straight to 3.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that. I was like, and
Yeah.
funny thing was like they copied like the Dead Island 2 like showcase
Oh
reveal.
yeah, they kind of tricked people. They thought there was gonna be a Dead Island too.
Yeah.
I wish we got a Dead Island too. I don't know why it never happened.
It's because like I think there was like something about like the crew's working on it like having problems or something. I don't know. But Dead Island 2 was like it was like revealed back in 2012 and like it still isn't out yet. So
I think they ended up getting
Yeah, I think
the
that-
team that made it or something.
The production for that is over.
yeah.
I'd be shocked if they. Yeah, I think it's been too long,
Came
honestly.
out of nowhere.
Ghost Simulator looked great. It looked funny. They could play with friends and all that. That's a cool change.
Mm-hmm.
Great game to like relax and like destroy stuff, fight people, break things. Just like the first game, so that's pretty cool. And they show that Fall Guys is free. I know Epic has it on their store too. I think coming soon to everything. That's cool that Fall Guys will be free for people to try out. Which honestly they should have did from the beginning. I didn't mind paying. I think it was like 40 or 30 bucks for it. I put my time into it, so I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
Fall Guys was a great thing that they showed off. That could be fully free and all that. Be on the Game Pass. They showed Modern Warfare 2 a second time on the Summer Games Fest and the Xbox event. I'm pretty excited for that. I gotta beat the story for the first game though, but it looked really good.
Yeah,
They
it
should.
looks like it's gonna be good.
I was pretty surprised. Like that game's freaking great. Very nice graphically wise. I want to see more PvP stuff. I want to see how similar it is to the first game. See what like new direction they're taking the series in. But that was that, and that's pretty much all I have for the Xbox event. I thought was like standout. Pretty sure there's probably some I missed, but those are like the big ones.
The Minecraft Legend.
Ooh,
That
I
one,
forgot about that.
I'm not happy with that one.
It's just weird.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked interesting, but I'd rather them focus more on Minecraft.
Dungeon.
Yeah, like they already have two great games there. I don't think we need another one to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like why Minecraft Legends? No one's asking for that.
Doesn't look. I don't know. Maybe I'm just used to dungeons, but I just don't like how it looks and how it seems to be playing.
Yeah, even the trees just kind of. I mean,
And it kind of like having more like just more and more Minecraft games. It kind of takes away from the
Charm?
subtlety, like ambience of Minecraft. Yeah,
yeah.
charm of it.
Yeah, I don't feel like they should be making so much and kind of focus on the big one and focus on dungeons, which is their smaller game.
I
And then
think
stick
the-
with that. I feel like Minecraft should be their main focus, if anything. Like dungeons
I mean-
already have like hella DLC.
Well, thing with like Minecraft is like, I mean, you heard me and Nick and maybe Anthony complain about talk about the new update that's coming on. Dude, it's like Mojang doesn't really have anything planned for Minecraft. It's just like very subtle updates. Just-
I definitely think that's the case.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which kind of sucks because there's so much they can do with Minecraft right now. I just feel like it's just boring.
It takes them so long to make like something a modern could make in like a few months.
A
Exactly.
few days. Not even a few months, like few days, like I mean it's insane. Like there's literally gun mods, airplane mods.
I don't know, it's like they could just do so much more with like the villagers or the world or like adding in different mobs.
Something to do, you know?
Yeah, like maybe the side quests that give you more emeralds, but they actually have like a kind of a reason that you're doing it.
Bro, they should have like a story mode to where like you start up somewhere and like you go from there.
As long as they don't
Dude.
talk, as long as it's like just normal Minecraft. I don't know, I'd rather have they just have them have side quests, I guess, for me.
Yeah.
Just give me like a list that if you talk to a villager, he'll have like a dialogue box of like, you can get this from an enemy or from a, what do they call it, villagers?
Yeah.
It's like, then we'll give you this. Like it'd be like enchantment. Like I know they sell it, but it'd be cool if like the better ones, instead of you having to grind or fish form and whatever, or even enchant them yourself, you can actually get it from
Yeah.
people from doing like hard ass quests.
And I want the and it would be cool if like they did something cool with like the combat and gameplay, you know, instead of
Yeah,
just like swinging
definitely.
the sword. Instead of just simply swinging the sword, like you're actually like dodging and like sidestepping, like just doing some really cool stuff. Like that's what Hytale is doing, I believe.
Well, I feel like
I don't know about
that's
sidestepping, but I would say different animations to the sword attack.
Yeah.
Maybe you could do like an upside so it knocks enemies upward. Then you switch your bow and shoot them. I don't know. Just
Some
little
cool
small changes for the combat. I think the combat surprisingly pretty alright. They could add core weapons, you know. I think if they wanted to, they can have like a couple of dungeons weapons in Minecraft, the normal base game.
Mhm.
I don't know. I feel like Minecraft just has like a lot of the same old.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I
mean
don't want to keep using a sword and a bow and arrow. Like I want to like use like
yeah,
different weapons that dungeons have.
have
I
a
want to
weapon
use
variety.
I want to use like spells and like I want to throw stuff, you know?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. Like the pushing system was like, or they had like cool spells, like you're saying, like books and whatnot.
Yeah, and like add the weapons that are on Minecraft dungeons. That would be dope.
Real
Like the
like,
dagger, the javelin, stuff like that.
yeah, like there's the javelin would be like one of my favorite weapons for sure.
And people want like and people really want guns in this game. Like I can see why.
I
Like
personally
give
don't,
us
but I definitely get it with all the mods people add in.
yeah, give us a flintlock or like something, like a musket even. Like
For me, I just like the more medieval weapons and
yeah.
arrows. But yeah, I don't know. I just think better updates and reasons for you to kind of give a shit. Like, okay, you added frogs and or bees.
Yeah,
Like,
I want cool like structures. I want to visit like a kingdom or something. That would be cool right
oh
there.
yeah,
You know?
structures. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, structures are always cool. Like
Yeah,
Apparently, you're not the only person that survives in Minecraft anymore. So like,
it's
get
kind of like
building.
how they already have the what's it called, like the mansion that you find, woodland
yeah, the
mansion.
woodland that is
Just
the
have like
coolest.
some smaller scaled ones, like smaller than the woodland mansion, and have them not so rare. That'd be
Yeah.
pretty.
It's just like there's really a lot of stuff that cool that can be done. It's just like developers just don't know. It's just like they're lacking any ideas for what they really want for it. You know?
Yeah, I think structures would be a good way to kind of change the formula because most of the time you're just looking at hills or grass. Even in the
Yeah, and
Nether, it's the same old shit. You barely find a
and
castle in there.
yeah, and it's boring as fuck. It's like I know that I can build anything, but that's not a problem for me if I can just clear it. But I still want something new. You know?
Exactly. I mean, I guess we'll see, but I'm not really expecting anything for years, to be honest.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
they're
No.
making a
I
new
mean.
game, then obviously it shows they don't want to do it in their base game.
Yeah. I mean. Like that's like the thing is like maybe they're trying to like get some new games for Minecraft because they don't know what to do with the main game.
That's the
So
only
they're
thing
branching
I
off.
can assume. Get some different gameplay options to switch it up.
Yeah, I mean, just the latest updates, just it just ain't doing it, dude. Like a few things were added, and that was it. It's like, bro, even GTA didn't do this.
You guys have anything else for Minecraft?
Um, nope, not. I've already said my part.
Besides structures and more enemy types, that's all I really want. And side quests, the reason I actually play the game more, besides like building shit.
I want to
Yeah,
claw.
Cyclist would be good.
Alright, so moving on. So we have the Capcom event that happened after the Xbox One, I think a day after. So this
Shoot,
event was freaking awesome.
I didn't
Yeah,
see that one, so
that
you
right
guys
there.
can.
If I had to choose, it's either that or where Square Enix had the best event, had the best things shown.
So this was a small event. It wasn't too long. I think it was probably like 40 minutes, maybe something like that. So what they showed off, they showed Monster Hunter Rise DLC Sunbreak. And that DLC looked pretty cool. I don't have Monster Hunter Rise, but it looked cool. That's the first thing that they opened up with. And then, it showed some DLC. They showed they have DLC planned up until 2023, all throughout that year as well. So that's cool for people that are into Monster Hunter Rise. And then after that, they showed Resident Evil 4 Remake again. But they also showed, like, some new stuff we haven't seen before. Stuff with Leon's character and how he looks a little bit different, more war-torn and a little bit more mature, which is pretty cool. You can see through his character model. They showed the enemy designs and how detailed they look. It looks pretty impressive, bro. Some of the stage design. So the director was just talking about stuff like that, and I thought it was pretty impressive. And they were saying mostly, like, we're keeping it true to the original, but we're also, it's a reimagining for the series, so there's going to be some new stuff in there. I'm pretty excited to see, like, what that would be, like new bosses maybe, or stuff they probably couldn't fit in the old one, of course, So it just gives them a chance to.
Hopefully more story.
I'm 100%, yeah, that's what I'm expecting, more story. I think this game's going to be way longer than this original. Probably like a couple hours. That's what I'm excited to see. And they're just going to flesh that out. So far it looks really good. And that comes out soon. I'm surprised it's coming out as soon as it is, like March.
Yeah,
not too far away,
yeah,
man.
March next year, I think.
Yeah, it comes out March 2023. I think it's March 18th, actually. 18th, I'm assuming. That's one on my list that I'm definitely getting day one. I don't really feel worried about it at all. I think they're going to definitely do justice to it.
Ever since Capcom made that RE engine, it's just been banger after banger.
And dude, it's crazy. It looks just like the fourth game, just with modern technology. So I'm glad that the environment looks the same how we remember. I'm excited to see what the bosses look like on that engine, dude. All the cool shit. Yeah, that was what they showed. I was pretty happy with it. I can't wait. Cool to see Resident Evil come back, especially with the news we're about to talk about. So after that, they showed. Actually, I think they showed Exo Primal before that. I don't even know. But Exo Primal
I think Exo Primal was the first thing they showed.
Yeah. So Exo Primal was another game I was pretty excited for. It's kind of like Warframe, or kind of like a. Oh, that's a bad example, but what's that one game called that EA made?
Like what it reminded me of. It was like just something unique.
Reminded me of.
No, I guess it reminded.
What the fuck
I
is
don't
it
think
called?
y'all played it, but EDF or Defense Force. It just reminded me of that.
There's a game that
fight giant bugs.
EA made that was so bad. I can't remember what it was called. It came out a couple years ago.
Anthem?
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of Anthem with the suits and all that. Kind of Warframe-ish, like. Also reminded me of Second Extinction, if you remember that. We played that a lot. Whenever you play, like, the first person you fight dinosaurs and whatnot, you have to get parts.
The Left 4 Dead.
Vin Diesel.
So that was pretty cool. So Exo Prime, I'm looking forward to it. And you can play the beta coming up pretty soon, I think, and that game drops next year, so you have to think about giving that a go. It's pretty much you just have to, like, there's a story to it, but it's also a survival game. And it's kind of like, kind of like Left 4 Dead, just similar to that vampire game as well. You fight a bunch of different mobs and whatnot, and different exosuits the characters are wearing have different abilities, like a tank character, you have your sniper, you have your rogue, and then your soldier. So stuff like that was pretty cool. And there's probably going to be more, time goes on. So excited for that. And then after that, they showed more Resident Evil news. So they showed that Resident Evil Village has a DLC. And this one I'm actually pretty excited for. So spoilers if you guys haven't played it. But you play as Ethan's daughter, right? So you play Rose. And that takes place right after when the game ends when you see her. She goes back to the village that Ethan died in. I think like 17 years later. To get rid of her powers. I think that's what the whole goal of it is. Trying to get rid of the powers that she has. I don't know what they are.
Was there crazy like enemies on there?
They kept it kind of short and simple. They showed another version of her that she's gonna fight. I'm excited to see what the story reason behind that is.
Oh shit! You think it's Evelyn? Evelyn?
I'm not sure, man. I got a lot of question marks on it. So I saw her. I'm like, dude, how is Rose fighting herself? Like, what does this all mean?
Yeah, I guess there was like a good side and then maybe an evil side of her, like because she was like, she was like dismembered as a baby.
Yeah, they put her in different locations each spot, and then the final boss pretty much, made her
Oh,
get
yeah.
reborn again through this like black liquid.
Oh yeah, the Bloodborne dude was trying to do something with her and was trying to get Ethan to do something. Dude, there must have been like a good reason, like the Bloodborne man. You know who I'm talking about, right? Heisenberg is
Yeah.
what?
Oh,
Yeah,
he's also
like
playable. We'll look at that.
yeah, I was wondering like why he was like making a deal with Ethan because it sounded like Ethan was like, I get it, like it's the father daughter, but like I felt like there was like something there instead of just like just taking the daughter for himself. But I don't know. I just thought that was like weird, because like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like there's
I
got to be
mean,
something. I mean, it just sounds like some sort of permission or something, I don't
he
know.
was against the whole family anyways. But he ended up fighting Ethan either way. But he was the dude that kind of didn't want them to go with the ritual. He wanted to do it a different way and all that. So I guess we'll see, especially what her story's going to be and how it ties into the Resident Evil village. Because it seems like she's going back. So I guess there's different secrets that Ethan didn't figure out there that she'll
Yeah.
be figuring out herself. Now since Ethan's gone, so we're pretty excited to see like how that all turns out. Hopefully
So-
Chris is in it.
So all we know is that basically she's going there. Like, was there a reason for why she was going there?
Yeah, apparently she wants to get rid of her powers or whatever happened to her. Or, like
Okay.
mess with her in her reality. I guess what she perceives. I guess something's wrong with her. She's trying to go back to that village to kind of uncover answers and do that ritual, I assume, to get rid of what she has, whatever that
Yeah.
might be.
Dude, I'm excited for like the next Resident Evil title for like because there was like also some shit that was going on in the BSAA and then the connections in RE7. Remember that?
Yep.
Dude, there's gotta be like I'm wondering like what the fuck is happening because like we all know that Chris does not like Umbrella and like he was part of the BSAA, but then he's transferred over. Like that still isn't explained.
Yeah, I'm assuming he's gonna be a big player for what's gonna come. And it's cool that Rose doesn't actually have her own game. It's just a full-fledged DLC. So I assume after 4 comes out, we're definitely gonna make our road to the next game in the timeline. Finally. I'm pretty
That's
excited for that.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about Rose is she's only playable in third person.
Oh
Yeah, I was gonna
shit.
bring that up. It's cool they added a third-person mode for 8 or Village.
Yeah, Rose will only be played in third person and not in first, but for Ethan, you can switch to third or first whenever you want, really. You can play
Damn.
Ethan in third person and see what he looks like and fight around with him. I'm definitely doing that. I can't wait to play Village in third person.
Dude, that's a surprise right there because I thought it was just gonna be first person. It's like, okay, here we go again. But no, third person? Damn.
Yeah. And they showed different playable characters from Mercenary mode. Chris, Heisenberg, and then Lady, whatever her name was, the mother
Lady
of all the...
Dimitris some sort of D name.
Yeah, I'm not even sure how to say it, but you're on the right path there. So she's also playable and she looks pretty busted. And she's actually to scale too. So she's tall as shit.
What the
And
dude,
Heisenberg controls metal and Chris plays like a soldier.
I think Heisenberg's gonna be fucking broken.
They look broken from the gameplay they showed, man. They definitely did, but they look super fun. So it's cool that other characters are playable in mercenary mode. Outside of
Right.
Ethan.
It's gonna be like Overwatch where it's like, okay, who's gonna get nerfed, who's gonna get buffed?
I think they'll probably keep them the same. If anybody
Yeah.
has like glitches, they'll probably just patch glitches that people have.
Yeah.
Or
You know,
exploits.
if it ends up being good, I'll actually buy the game and like play with the old guys.
Well, it's not
Is it
online.
multiplayer?
I
Yeah,
don't think I think mercenary mode is single player.
Oh.
You can just switch out different characters.
Oh, never mind that.
Yeah, so it's the big updates were Ethan's playable in third person, and then Rose DLC, and then the different playable characters in mercenary mode. That's it. That's all Village had.
That's cool.
And then they went on to show some more news that Resident Evil 2, 3, and 7 are going to get next gen upgrades.
Yeah,
So that's
those
pretty cool.
games are gonna look beautiful.
They're going to look really good. I can't wait to play Resident Evil 2. But they even 7,
Yeah.
I mean, in first
I was
person,
gonna re-download that on my Xbox. Play
they
that.
look crazy. Yeah, they're doing a lot with the Resident Evil 2. They kept quiet for about a year now, because I think Resident Evil Village came out in May last year, so they pretty much just waited an entire year to give us news. Now we got a lot of it.
That's surprising to hear about. Resident Evil. Damn shit.
Yeah, back in the
This is
spotlight again, man. Pretty cool.
this is Bowery Resident Evil 4. Damn.
And they're ending off the year strong with Village and all those DLC updates and character updates, and then next year, that's when four comes out. And kudos on them, and that was pretty much it. That's all they showed for the Capcom event. They kept it short, sweet, to the point.
Everything already sounds good with Resident Evil side of shit. Damn.
Yeah, I got no worries for any of the DLC or characters or games coming up.
Yeah, no, it sounds like really good.
I'm glad they
Yeah.
kept quiet and just waited to show it when they were pretty much, ready to show all this event stuff this year. And then next year, we'll see. Maybe next year we get a trailer for the next game that's coming out outside of 4.
I wonder what the next game is gonna be like. Damn.
I'm curious, man. They've been doing a lot with the past stuff and a lot with Ethan and her daughter, so
I bet the next game is gonna be centered around like Chris because
Yeah.
like it sounds like there's the connections from RE7, the connection group, and then there's the shit that's going on with the BSAA. Like there's some shit that's going down. So I'm betting that's like the next I bet that's what's gonna be next for RE9 or RE8, whatever it is.
yeah, whatever it's gonna be. I don't know. I keep thinking. I don't think Village is 8, but I think they market it smart. But yeah,
Yeah.
who knows, man? It could be 9, and whatever it is, I think Chris will definitely be the main player. I don't
Dude,
think they're gonna do any more DLC for Village after Rose. I think Rose's story is in there, and Chris will pick up with him, and maybe Leon most likely too, since Leon's been getting hella treatment recently.
It's been so long since like I've seen Leon in any other future like RE game. Dude, it's been so fucking long.
Yeah, it's been a minute, man. We've only seen him in the remake, so I'm trying to see what him, Ada, all these other characters are up to.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't have to wait too long from what the look of it is. I think we're gonna get news sooner rather than later.
Mhm.
Any closing thoughts on the Capcom stuff? I thought it was great. Like I said,
It sounds great.
nothing short than amazing.
I think that was about it.
Yeah, that was about it.
Yeah, they didn't show anything about Street Fighter during the event, so
Yeah, they've been doing that on their free time, showing like different streamers playing it, different footage, like gameplay and whatnot.
Yeah.
It kind of sucks the game got leaked out, so then they can't really surprise us that much. The whole marketing for them kind of have to figure out a way to get around that. Alright, so moving on, the biggest event for me that I was personally looking forward to was the Square Enix one. And this shit was well worth the wait. It was only 10 minutes. They kept it short, simple, to the point like Capcom did. And holy shit, there's a lot to talk about.
There was
So
no subtitles. I couldn't read.
Yeah, no subtitles, and also, well, going back to the Capcom one, dude, that was it strange for you to watch? Like, it wasn't running right frame rate with the
I
frames
didn't-
and all that.
I didn't watch Capcom, but I certainly did watch the Square Enix one with you. Like, yeah, it was like on IGN's part. It was like
Okay,
stuttering and shit. I was like, oh damn, you're actually on the Square Enix one. I didn't think about that. I didn't even see it.
the
The first
Capcom
one was
ran weird.
immediately. Yeah.
The Square Enix one ran really good. I watched it on their channel. So the first
Yeah,
thing they showed was my bad.
Hmm?
Oh, they're gonna say something.
Oh, yeah. I just think that's interesting, like how they're tying in the lore with like the remakes as well. I like whenever series do that kind of shit. Sometimes, you know.
Yeah,
Like-
Resident Evil 4 is attempting that. I think that's what they mean by reimagining. They're trying
Yeah.
to stuff that'll tie actually into the next game in the present timeline. So I think we're gonna
Yeah,
do a lot of cool stuff like that. Same with Final Fantasy doing that too. Making
Yeah,
the
it's
remakes
like-
more important.
It's like the thing that I can think of is like the Pokemon series. Like Anthony, you know what I'm talking about, right?
what was it? Sorry.
Just like whenever there's a remake, it actually like ties into the lore, like Mega Evolution, for instance.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Kinda.
Yeah, it's weird. Like for the remakes of the Pokemon games, it's like whenever there is a remake, just know that there's like different fucking realities and like
Yeah.
Oh, we'll get to that one in a second. We'll talk
Yeah.
about Rebirth last, but the first thing they showed was First Soldier. That was that. Well, I'm not gonna say shitty, but I don't really care for First Soldier. I'm pretty sure people do,
Yeah.
but it's a phone game.
I'm gonna be honest. It looks like a bootleg game.
Doesn't. I don't know what importance it's gonna have. I guess we'll have to see when it comes out. It gets closer. So that was the first thing that they showed off. Kind of battle royale, kind of just kill other people with different ability type of thing. Nothing too special in my opinion. So I don't know if you guys have any thoughts on Force Soldier. I didn't really care for it.
Nah. Ever since I saw it like day one when they announced it, I thought it looked weird.
Then they showed the original Final Fantasy game pretty much remade, I guess you can call it. I mean, you play like with their actual character models, like the blocky version, but then when you fight, it's the remake models.
I think
But the
they called
blocky
it.
models look new, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ever Crisis?
Yeah, Ever Crisis. So Ever Crisis looked really good, actually.
Yeah.
That's a phone game, but I'm probably gonna try it out.
I didn't realize that was a phone game until you said that. I was like, what
Yeah,
the?
it looks good, doesn't it?
It looked like a console game. I was like,
Mhm.
okay, so this is going on the console. All right, I do.
And Ever
Any-
Crisis is, I think it's gonna be great, man. I mean, it'll be a good way for people to play Final Fantasy VII. And yeah, it's on the phone.
I like the drawings of the characters that it show whenever they're talking.
Yeah, that's really cool. Classic, like, you know, early 2000s stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of remind me of Kingdom Hearts Rechain. If you put it on the Game Boy, every time they talk, they had that cool, like, diamond portrait.
Yeah.
That was something I thought was cool. I don't know if they'll add any new story stuff, because they're already remaking, you know, the original. But I thought, so far, Ever Crisis looks pretty cool. It's cool that, like, instead of them being, like, you know, what they looked like in the original game, they're newer little models, but then when you fight, it's the remake characters in their full glory. So I thought that was awesome. So I'm very excited to try that on my phone. You know, give it a go. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I love anything Final Fantasy VII besides First Soldier, so I'm definitely gonna give that a go. And the next thing that they showed that was really fucking awesome was showing off Crisis Core.
Yeah,
that
that
was
game
fucking
looks good.
awesome.
I wasn't expecting to get like I was expecting like a port maybe to new consoles, but I wasn't expecting a remaster.
Yeah, I was not expecting that at all, and damn, does it look good. And that's coming
Yeah.
out this winter, so like, I'm just happy that we're getting something very soon. Something to look forward to. And dude, that looks good, man. Can't wait to play it. Like, I didn't know we'd ever get one. I thought it would be like, you know, if we ever get one, then it might just be ported over. Won't be too good, you know. Like that game, they doesn't really talk about it for some reason. You know, when they talk about Final Fantasy VII, they never really bring up Crisis Core or anything like that. So it's cool to see like Zack back on the spotlight as a character, just on remaster and whatnot. And the gameplay looked great, dude. Just like the original higher res models. The voice acting, I didn't know that they had the old voice actor, right?
I think
Compared to
so.
the new
It
one?
sounded like-
Yeah. I noticed in the remake trailer, and even when you played like Final Fantasy VII Remake, the one that came out in 2020, Zack's voice actor is different, but I guess that makes sense why though. I thought like two voice actors playing Zack. Yeah, I was very impressed by that. That's coming up this winter, so that's on the list of stuff to get.
Yeah.
And last but not least, they finally showed Rebirth. Final Fantasy VII Part
That
2.
game-
That game looks fucking crazy so far, and they didn't even show shit.
Yeah, it looked very. I mean, oh, really did look good.
And the crazy thing about it is, apparently Remake itself had importance to the title, and now in Rebirth does. So like, these different titles and their different names actually are super important in what the story is going to be about. So that's actually pretty cool, because I heard like, they wanted to call Final Fantasy VII Remake something different for the first disc. They just ended up going with Remake. Now if you play the game, it makes sense why they called it that, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of a remaking of the whole series now in Rebirth. I couldn't tell you guys what that means yet. The story's going to be a little bit different from the original game. And some
Sounds
people like
You
that.
know, one thing,
Yeah.
or the, I don't like when the game takes place. I know it's gonna take place like during Cloud going back to Nibelheim. You know, because it had that flashback of him with Sephiroth.
Yep.
But I don't know how they're gonna be able to fit the whole make that the whole game. It's gonna be crazy.
I don't know, but that seems pretty ambitious, and it's coming out sooner rather than later. And Consunemura was talking about I saw it on his Instagram, or the Final Fantasy VII Instagram, the remake one. Talked about how the development was going really smooth for that game. Now, like, just their teams are bigger now, so like they can put more effort and get these games out faster to the point where they're actually working on the third game right now. So I thought that was pretty insane, you know. And that actually has its own title too. So we're gonna get a 3-parter for this trilogy. But I thought we were gonna get 4 discs, to be honest. didn't think they could fit it in 3. So I'm curious as to how big 2 is going to be, you know? How big is Rebirth going to be overall as a full-fledged game, you know? So I guess we'll have to see. I don't know. And the story's going to be different, you know what I mean? A lot of things are going to change. So some people like that, some people don't. I didn't like it at first, but I'm kind of getting used to it. I feel like the one thing they can't change no matter what they do, I know Sephiroth isn't going to lose the same, right? 100% he's not. But
Not gonna lose his what?
he's not going to lose the same way he lost in the original game.
Oh, yeah. He's
But
too smart.
the only thing I would do is I would still kill Aerith. That's the only thing I really want them to keep the same. I don't give a shit what they do with like Sid or Vincent. As long as that's the same, I don't mind the story being too different, you know? Like obviously they're not, if they do kill, they're not gonna kill the same way, right? But I feel like that's such an iconic scene that they should just tell it in a different way, you know? That's one thing I'd hope that they keep the same. Like it's gonna be a different game, you know, it's definitely gonna be a new journey, so
Yeah, you said like whenever the game started out, it always started with like what Sephiroth's black wing always fluttering from the sky. Now
that's
it's
something
white.
I noticed. Yeah, for that trailer they showed a new wing and it's actually white, and I don't know what that means. Usually Sephiroth is symbolized by a black
Yeah.
feather. So now we
Yeah,
have
I
a
was
white one.
wondering that. Like, when I saw that, I was wondering, like, White Wing. I thought it was always black.
Yeah, it's always black, so we've never seen a white wing before, and I think that's going to be important because it only shows up when Zack was alive. It hasn't showed up in Cloud's timeline where Zack died, so I'm
What do
very...
you think?
Hmm?
So you think that the white wing may be related to like him?
Hmm.
I'm not too sure.
I
I think
mean,
it has
like
something to do with Sephiroth for sure. but I-
let's think about it. The name Rebirth, like
I think if I were to take a lucky guess, and I think it'd be cool, that this is a Sephiroth that isn't what we expect. Because Sephiroth never started out evil. So I wonder if this is like, they're gonna pull one from a different, you know? I don't know. I think it's just symbolizing probably for Zack a different Sephiroth that they go up against, you know? Turn out to be good, maybe. Who knows? I saw that, I thought it was very interesting. We've never seen a white feather, so definitely gotta make a video on that. Probably come up with a theory. I'll probably look at what like, white feathers mean, because Still No More is crafty, bro, so
Yeah,
Let's see if I
honestly,
can
like,
crack the
the only
code.
thing I can think of a White Feather is, like you said, with Zack, like, Sephiroth's god form when you fight him at the end of the
That's
original
true.
game.
I didn't think of that. I
wait,
think
what?
Sephiroth's god form, he has white wings.
Yeah,
Oh
instead of
yeah.
black.
like that thing he turns into on Smash Bros. When he does his.
Oh yeah, the weird, the crazy shit.
I think the one thing I'd like to see, if it does have to do with Sephiroth and Zack, that whoever, so Zack's alive, right, Anthony? I think it'd be cool if him and Cloud meet up with Sephiroth and they can change his mind, and they help Cloud's universe fight Sephiroth that already knows the past, present, and future, and they try to beat him together. Like, granted, like, is that way different than the original? Exactly, yeah, it is. Well, people will like that. I don't think they would, but I think it'd be cool to see, since Zack's alive, why not meet a Sephiroth the same Sephiroth that technically wants to destroy the planet, but they somehow convince him that, like, there's another timeline where you end up erasing every single timeline if your future self that Cloud's about to go up against wins, which is Rebirth, you know,
I remember us talking about how, like, Sephiroth, he could be a good guy. Like, it makes sense.
yeah, no, this could be another Sephiroth that actually ends up helping him in the
I
end.
was just thinking, what if, like, on that trailer, that wasn't even a flashback? They're just actually somehow, like, with each other, like, working together.
Yeah, 'cause, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, there's two Clouds. Who's to say there can't be two Sephiroths? And I mean, the Sephiroth that Cloud's going up against in the present day is the Sephiroth that knows everything. Like, he even took Cloud to the place where he beat him, and Cloud did the same moves, and Sephiroth has telegraphed all of them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, he even told Cloud, like, you're not going to beat me the same way. Like, you'll have 13 seconds in the future to decide how to beat me. And I think that 13 seconds is going to be important. But whatever they do, I feel like maybe Sephiroth, like a good one, will join them in that final fight. I don't know if Zack and Aerith will be there for that final fight, but I still think they're going to die. I think that somehow Zack and Sephiroth, the good one, if they do have a good one, Aerith will still die, you know? I think the more powerful, futuristic Sephiroth, or the one that knows the future, will definitely end up taking out different main characters. I don't think Remake's going to end the same way the original did, but I think they're going to win. But I think it's going to come at the cost of Zack dying again, Aerith dying, and if that is a white feather that symbolizes like the good stuff for us, I feel like he'll sacrifice himself maybe for Cloud or something, you know. So I think we're going to see a lot of new elements in the game, and we still don't even know. You know, other characters are going to join the party, so we don't know. Like I wouldn't be surprised if like they all get taken out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Zack's the one that has to like kind of fix everything. So I'm excited to see what the white feather means. They showed it for a very good reason. And that was like for like I saw like 4 seconds, you know, and it fell near Zack. So I think Zack's going to be obviously hell of important to how they're going to win. I just don't know how he's going to meet the main characters though. You know, I don't understand that yet.
Yeah, and like how that's gonna impact him because
Yeah, they don't know. The only person that knows is Aerith.
That know him.
What's up?
There's Cloud, Aerith, and I think Tifa knows him.
Yeah, they know
Yeah.
him. But I think the only person that knows that he's alive is, or has a feeling that he's
Yeah,
alive is
yeah.
Aerith. Because I think, you know, like when she walks, like when they leave Midgard, she like walks past old Cloud and old Zack.
Yeah,
I think she feels their presence, but it's starting to like fade. That's why both of their backs were turned towards each other. So they're losing that connection. So I think she might end up forgetting about maybe something in the future helps her remember something. I don't know what that symbolizes, you know. Cloud didn't feel it. Like when Zack walked past him, like weird like time kind of connects.
yeah,
He walked past him and he didn't feel anything, but Aerith stopped and she felt old Cloud and old Zack's like presence. So I don't know what that meant. I don't know, man. Remake's gonna be crazy, dude. I'm excited.
that's what I feel like she knows that
Yes, I know.
a bit of Zack is in Cloud because like at the
Yeah.
beginning of the game when she gives him that flower,
Mm-hmm.
she says something about giving the flower to someone you love, and she loved Zack, so yeah.
And what's the first thing that Cloud felt when when Aerith touched him? He had a headache. So he was trying to remember something that happened in the original timeline. That's something I picked up on. I never picked up on that, you know? Like she touches him and that's where it's like he gets that headache of something that happened. I was wondering like, okay, so I think the moment she touched him, she knew. Like, I mean, dude, she has to be from like she knows way too much about her death and everything, you know. So her and Cloud, or her and Sephiroth, for some reason, know too much about the future.
And
But
she
they-
said some. She said something about like she doesn't know if she's an imposter or not. Like I don't know what the.
Oh, well,
she-
that was crazy. That was actually
That was actually
that said-
Tifa, because Cloud's like, I saw you die. It's like, what do you see? You didn't see me. Like, you saw me die, or is there some type of imposter? So like, something happens to Tifa, man. Something does. There's an imposter or something. I thought it was Aerith, but then I replayed the trailer. I'm like, no, that's Tifa talking to Cloud, because like the trailer opens up with
I'd understand it if it was Aerith that said it, but
you know, if you listen to their voices, that's actually how Tifa talks. That's her voice. I actually went back and looked at her talking. You know,
yeah,
The trailer's
it's
weird.
voice act-
it opens up with Aerith talking to Cloud, Cloud talking to Tifa, Aerith talking to Cloud, and they can't find each other, right? I don't know what that means. And then the trailer ends off with Aerith talking to Zack. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? You know?
Yeah,
So the trailer's weird. There's a bunch of different characters talking to each other, but they chopped it up very, very smartly. There's a lot of different conversations. But yeah, Aerith and Cloud, or Aerith and Zack talk, so it's cool that at some point they're going to talk to each other. Not sure how. Well, technically, she's alive in his universe, though, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Wait a minute. But there was a problem, though, because when Zack... Oh, wait, you beat Integrate, right?
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind, then. All I'm going to say is I'm pretty excited to see them talk. I just don't know what Aerith Zack is going to be talking to, so who knows. Yeah, I'm pretty nervous for Tifa, man. We've never seen a headache where Cloud sees her die or something, you know? We've only seen it for Aerith. I don't know what that means.
Lots of crazy shit going down.
I can't predict what they're gonna do with the remake series because it doesn't follow the original game as much. I'm also excited about other characters too, like Sid and Yuffie joining their group and
I
whatnot.
can't wait to see Sid and Vincent.
I think this game, the first one was 40 plus hours. I think this game's probably gonna be 60 plus,
Yeah,
not even including 100%ing. It's gonna be huge.
it's gonna be more than. It's just gonna be huge. Yeah, and they're not limited by like older hardware like PS4.
Yeah,
They're making it on PS5.
Yeah,
PS5
that's-
exclusive.
Damn, PS5 is like pretty good for what it is.
Oh yeah, monster of a console. I love it. I'm looking forward to it, man. I hate that it's an exclusive. Same with the Final Fantasy 16, but I don't know, I'm just happy that the game's being remade from the bottom up, and it's a sequel, you know. So this is something new for all of us. I think that once we get to the third disc, I think we're gonna be pretty happy with the way the whole thing ends, you know. I think it'll all do it justice and whatnot, and we'll see like a lot of similar things that we loved at the past come back. And one thing I want to see is like the exploration of it all, you know, what that's gonna look like. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it. We didn't talk about the Sony one, but Final Fantasy 16 was huge.
Oh yeah,
That game looks
I
pretty
can't
great.
believe we almost didn't talk about
Yeah,
that.
not even on my note. But the only thing I cared about was remake and
can't wait
16.
for that game. I can't wait for Final Fantasy 16. It's
Dude,
gonna be
game
good
is
as hell.
Fucking sick. Dude, they took that game seriously. I can just tell, man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you guys want a good Final Fantasy game? That's
Well,
gonna
they're
like,
going back to the past. Like,
and
I
medieval
don't
stuff,
mind
man.
the future stuff. I actually think it's pretty cool, like 13, 7,
yeah,
15
I like
in the
that stuff.
present. But it's cool that we're finally going back to the medieval days.
You know, it has a
Those kind-
serious tone, man. What's up, them?
State of Play was like they only had like a few good things over there.
Yeah, I have no
Like,
notes on that one.
that's-
I was really wanting a Bloodborne PC exclusive, yet we get like, bruh.
Got a bunch of
Like,
games we
yeah,
didn't care about. Only
Yeah.
game they showed in between the first and last game they showed was just that cat game. That was it.
Yeah, and then there was like, dude, Spider-Man gets a PC port. Why the fuck won't you let Bloodborne on there?
Spider-Man. I can't wait for the second one.
Well, yeah, I think we're gonna get some stuff here towards the end of the year for that game. 2023
Yeah.
release date.
I'm so tired of playing Bloodborne at 30 FPS. Let me play on the PC, goddammit.
Let your voice be heard, man. Let them know.
I want Bloodborne on the PC. Everybody does. It's so fun. So good. Why would
Yeah.
they release it?
I don't know why, man. I'll look into it for you to figure out.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's
Probably
like a
licensing is
second.
the only thing I can think.
People love that.
Yeah, like I said, it's like a second party game. Actually, hold on. No, Sekiro managed to get on the PC, and you have
That
Bloodborne
is
on?
true.
Bruh, like, second party game, Sony wanted their own games commissioned from Software. They managed to get Bloodborne. They managed to get Sekiro. Bruh, like, Sekiro's, like, everywhere. Bloodborne is a fucking PS exclusive. That's bullshit. You can't do me like that. It's bullshit.
Watch them make it for the Switch or something.
Maybe one day,
They're gonna
Nintendo.
downgrade, put it
Yeah.
on the Switch.
I lived long enough to see games I never thought would be fucking remastered. For example, you know, fucking Crisis Core, so.
Oh yeah, the Last of Us. Wasn't
oh
that?
shit, how did I not... Okay, that's something I forgot to talk about.
Yeah.
That game,
Go ahead.
actually, I didn't finish the first one.
Dude,
I
it's
didn't
so
even touch
fucking
the
good.
second one, but the remaster actually looks good. Or
Oh, it's a remake, man.
whatever it is. Yeah,
You know the engine they had for the second game?
yeah.
They just broke down the first game and remade it from the bottom up. But why not? And we don't want 3 so soon, you know. I don't think they want to make... I think they're working on 3, but they don't want to release it as
Yeah.
soon as possible. They probably want to wait a couple more years on that one. Shit to die down. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. We're definitely going to play that on stream for sure. Because, I mean, like it or not, in my opinion, I think the first Last of Us had some of the best storytelling of all time in games.
Oh yeah.
The game
Oh
felt
yeah.
so realistic and grounded.
Yeah. I mean, like, it felt natural. You know, like
Yep.
it was a fight or die. I mean, fuck.
I mean,
Like,
you felt the pain of the
everything felt
characters. Joel, that's why we love him.
Yeah. And then they offed him in 2, and then it's like, fuck, dude. I don't want to play the gorilla.
Yeah, but at least we get to experience him and Ellie in a new light. Pretty excited for that. I think that was a good decision. Another thing, I think that's pretty much it, right, for the games? You guys
think
I
so.
want to move to one more topic I think it's interesting.
All right. Yeah.
So a lot of people have this is a 50-50 thing, it just depends on the person. I see online sometimes people have a problem with remakes and remasters saying that, like, there's too many remakes because Resident Evil 2, 3, 4, look at Final Fantasy 7, look at 9 that's coming out. Like, why are these games being remade? Last of Us, but I think remakes are kind of important, or remasters kind of preserve like gaming's best games of the past.
Yeah.
Now, some people are saying like, oh, it hinders the new games coming out. No, it makes them better because now they can be worked on in a new light, new graphics, new engine.
Yeah.
That argument,
and
like, why there's so many of them?
some features, like outdated features that could
Exactly.
be brought back. Like a good example, like a really good example is it's a pretty old remake, but the Pokemon Gen 2 remakes for Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
Oh yeah.
Because there was no way to transfer Pokemon from Gen 2 to Gen 3. So they just remade Gen 2 for Gen 4.
Yeah, it would, dude. It is like the best like Pokemon like remaster or remake like ever like I've ever played. It's so fun.
Man, I just see people complain about that. And it's like, I don't know. I just feel like we need to preserve a lot of great shit, you know?
Yeah, like
Even games that came out recently, like, I don't give a shit if it gets remade or remade, like, or remastered
it's
or
like-
remade. But
it's like a
You can. Sorry.
it's like a re-experiencing for like
Mhm.
old veterans and then like a new experience for like new people. So it's like a split way. So
yeah,
Yeah.
like people are complaining, like, I bought Last of Us 2 times. I bought the original on the PS3, I bought the remaster on the PS4, now I gotta buy the remake. It's like, I mean, why not if you care about the series? You don't have to, but it's cool that the company's gone on their way to make a new one. People don't like the fact, like, oh, I bought the same game like 2 times already. Like, bro, I bought Kingdom Hearts at least, I think, 4 times already.
and everybody's
Yeah.
bought like Skyrim like
Yeah.
40 different times.
Yeah, I
It's
bought
like
Skyrim 3 times.
Skyrim could come out on the smartwatch tomorrow. People would buy
dude,
it.
I bought like GTA. I bought GTA 5 like 3 times. Like, bruh. Like,
Like, I don't know, like when I see like Resident Evil 4, like I don't see people like complain about like all these new games coming out or these remakes, remasters. Like, I don't give a shit. You guys can have my wallet. I really don't
Yeah.
care. Like, I love these
And, like,
games. Like, I'll buy them again if I have to.
It's weird that people would complain like about
You get a lot of
certain. Like I get some of them. Like I get why they would complain about like a re-release of Skyrim or a
Yeah, okay, and I get
re-release
that.
yeah, that.
But I don't understand how they could complain about the Resident Evil 4 remake, like, or like the 2 and 3 remake. They're
Yeah, like
modern players. If they try to get into like an older game like that, they
They can't.
probably just drop it in 5 minutes.
yeah, and they don't want to buy the console. And they don't want to buy a PS4 to play RE2. So like,
Yeah,
now
dude,
here's your chance. Like,
an old game in the remake form. Ew. Like that. It's just like,
we live in a special time. Like, we all live long enough to see some of our favorite games ever get either remade, remastered, or reimagined, or all three in one somehow.
yeah, like I'm actually excited for like Resident Evil 4 because like it actually like I don't know how it'll play like compared to the original. I never played like the original like
You're
ever.
about to be in a hell of a shock. It's gonna be great. Like I said, it's arguably the best one. Like, hands down. It's either, in my opinion, 4 or 5. Or you can add 2 maybe. I think 2 can contest.
Dude, the
4 is
boss
like-
isn't
4 is like a
Right.
perfect blend of gameplay between 2 and 5. That's what
Oh.
it seems like to me.
Mm-hmm.
holy shit. Resident Evil 4 is gonna have some crazy bosses on there. Sadler? Oh shit.
Wait, man. I cannot wait for that. And dude, that's the game that's opening up the year. But okay, Breath of the Wild, I think, comes out March too. So the year's gonna open up great, man. 2 mega games coming out right off the bat. I don't know. I don't really mind the whole remake
I
thing.
actually
Like I said,
like how we're getting remakes.
Yeah, me neither. Like I think in fact I encourage it. It's like
Yeah.
yeah.
like if you want to retell your game, like the Final Fantasy series is, or if you want to keep the original game integrity, like remake is, there's different ways you can go about making a remake game that can make a lot of people happy. You don't have to just, build it from the bottom up. Like, it's just cool to see like different, like for the Last of Us game, it's gonna be the exact same, you know?
Another good like example is how they recently
Oh, and that's-
did the pixel remasters for the first 6 Final Fantasies.
See, pixel remasters, and I think it's needed.
Wasn't Teenage Mutant weren't you guys playing that yesterday? Wasn't that a remaster?
Oh, this is a
That's
brand
not a
new.
remaster, but it's a brand new game. Just
Yeah, the old
using
ones
that
and all that are coming out
art style.
from the
Ah,
bottom up too, man.
yeah.
Yeah. remastered and remade.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
I'm just happy with what they're doing, man.
Yeah.
Gaming's been a little bit kind of quiet this summer, but it's cool that now we got a lot to look forward to. Starfield, Final Fantasy 16, Resident Evil, DLC coming out this year, 4. So much to look forward to, man.
just some pretty good lineups. I was about to say okay, but then I was like, nah, it's good.
And there's some games we still haven't got news on. So we got God of War coming out. That's my biggest game still. Out of all these games that come out, including like Kingdom Hearts 4, I think God of War is my most anticipated game. Like, of the last couple of years. Outside of
When's,
that.
when's the new Far Cry game coming out? Huh?
We'll see, but the
Far Cry
last one wasn't too bad. So.
I don't know what's going on with Far Cry.
There'll be another one probably next year, most likely.
Yeah, the Far Cry that came out, like I didn't hear too much anything about it. It was just like radio
I
silence.
played the shit out of it. Far Cry 6 is good.
Trying to think, there's something on like the tip of my tongue that's it's like another big remaster, remake, or something that's been good the past few years. I can't remember.
Hmm.
I don't know. I think we put a lot, so
Yeah.
so it's like a slot machine. No,
I'm
no,
surprised we didn't even bring up Overwatch 2.
I'm excited for it. I think
Yeah.
obviously the game's not going to come out with everything balanced because it's early access, but if the game is free, like
It's smart that they're doing the PvP free.
I don't mind paying for the story because I'm doing it even if it wasn't, like, so that's cool that like story mode we're paying for that probably next year coming out for story mode.
And that new character looks awesome.
Her trailer was fucking awesome. I'm so glad the shorts are back. They kept the style.
Yeah.
So yeah, Junker Queen's great. I'm gonna make a video on that, like breaking that down, overall reacting to it. I couldn't do as much videos as I want to on all these events because they happen too fast the same week. Like Summer Games Fest, Xbox, Capcom, Square Enix, like shit. Other content creators can do it, but me, man, I like sit down and kind of take it all in first before I get my stuff out, I don't give a shit about like, oh, you gotta get it out first, Or rather like have some time to think about if I really like what I saw, take it all in. But yeah, we have a lot. That Overwatch 2, I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully the PvP is good. Either way, I'll be playing it. The first game's kind of, good that they're making a new one. That's all I'm gonna say. And Junker Queen's a great character to add. We got one more coming out too. They said 3 characters for season 1, so I wonder who the last one's gonna be. Yeah, I think we got everything. I think we nailed them all.
Yeah. Everything.
Yeah. Got any other closing statements? Anything you want to talk about? I just want to bring up that remake thing because it kind of annoys me when I see that people say, like, what's the point of remasters or remakes sometimes? Like,
Did you ever talk about the Final Fantasy ever, whatever that was?
we knocked out all the games.
Okay.
About the remake thing, one thing that I understand, I guess that it's somewhat a remake. It has nothing to do with games though, is like how there's been a lot of live action versions of movies.
Oh yeah, kind of the same thing. Whatever
That's what
games.
I think is kind of weird.
Really is.
We're getting way too many bad movies and shows. We'll save it for a podcast, but we'll kind of get into it real quick. Like the Halo show, or like
Oh my
they're
god,
making a God of War show, they're making a Horizon show. Like I don't know, man. Everyone's trying to catch out too much.
Some of them have
Bro,
been
the thing with like
getting
Halo
really good.
was like, what?
Some of them have been real good, like the Witcher show.
Oh, 100%. Castlevania, Witcher,
Yeah.
Sonic movies have been tearing it up in the theaters. They're really good. So, like,
But like the other shit, like Halo, for instance, like they didn't even look at the script for like the original games. They were just kind of doing their own shit, going like, "Woohoo! Okay, so Master Chief's gonna have sex. Oh, whoops! Oh, did he die? Oh,
it's that point, shit. That shit sucks ass. Oh, you shit, what everybody says. Garbage ass.
Cortana looks too fucking corny."
It all looks bad. It's like they don't really care. Like, oh, well, we just want to tell a different story, and that's the problem. So,
Yeah, like the story didn't even make any fucking sense. Like whenever you hear the Halo shows coming out, you think, "Oh, the lore from the game is gonna be
yeah,
given."
that's what I
I
thought.
thought it was. I honestly thought it was gonna be just like the Mandalorian, but Master
Oh.
Chief and stuff.
If it followed that style of like episodes and like writing, man, that Halo show would be one of the best ones out.
Bro, I thought that the TV show was like gonna do like their own take on like side stories, you know? Like whenever Chief's like out doing missions, like interesting side stories, you know?
Yeah.
But no, we're just given, oh, let's make our own. It's like, bruh, you can't change the world of the lore of Halo like that. You can't fucking do that. Side stories? Maybe. But that? No. It's like fucking they fucked up Master Chief on there. Like you can't fucking do that. He's a gaming icon right there.
I
On the
don't think
great.
they give a shit, to be honest. I don't know how they're making money off that show, but whatever they're making, they're showing that they really care about. I'm more nervous for these other shows, but we'll have to see how all these like billions of different shows and movies that companies are making are going to turn out.
Yeah, like with The Witcher, like Anthony was saying, I I'm I haven't seen it, but I've heard some really good things about that show.
It's really good. I need to watch season 2. I'm so bad at watching shit. I usually play stuff all the time, so
Like
I need to
if
work
there
on
was,
my watch play life balance thing.
like if there was a rating of like 1 to 10, how like accurate do you think is like the show to like the video games?
It goes more off the books as well too, which is the cool thing about the first season of The Witcher, and it's definitely
Yeah,
the
like
second.
yeah, like lore wise, like how
Oh,
accurate
extremely.
or oof, that's good.
The shows like the first season was damn like besides the last episode, like actually putting up together a lot of like little holes. I give it a solid like 8.5. It's worth watching.
Damn, that's
Don't
good.
go through life without watching The Witcher.
Yeah, in season 2, they introduced some more characters. Really good.
Yeah, it seems like that show feels structured. Like when you watch each and every episode, you can tell like where the direction of like, where they're headed, so it's not convoluted or like you know what I mean. Same with like the Castlevania show. Like you know what the objective of the show is going to be or that season. So
Yeah,
with Halo, it's just like oh let's just do whatever the fuck we want
because fuck everyone else. Hey, look at this for was it Paramount that was like advertising that shit or
well, Paramount has to advertise it just to get people to watch it. I don't know who actually is making the show though.
yeah, like
That much I don't know.
yeah, it was like because I could have sworn it was like Paramount or like HBO. I was like, bruh, how?
I don't think Paramount really cares as long as it's making the money. They're like Disney, like put whatever you want on there, but make us money, and we'll go ahead and help co-promote the show. I'll look into it once we're done. I want to figure out who made that show.
Yeah,
We could shit
because
on them in a future podcast. Yeah. Other than
yo,
that,
I'm calling out on your shit.
oh yeah, they'll get caught up. 100%. You got anything else?
No,
No,
No.
I've already said my stuff.
I think
All
we
right.
covered everything, and then some.
So that, guys, is the whole. I'm just gonna call it the summer of events for gaming right now. I don't think we'll have too much for a couple months here.
Basically, E3 2022.
Yeah, this is basically E3, but different companies are scattering out. Oh, I thought of another podcast idea. So, yeah, I thought this was a pretty interesting last 9 days of announcements. I'm pretty excited for a lot of games that we all talked about. Hopefully they come out good, ready and finished. I think so. Other than that, any closing statements? That was a very good podcast so far.
Yeah, I like this podcast, and that's all I gotta say.
All right, we'll try to get
It's fun
to.
doing this.
What's up?
I was just saying it's fun doing this.
Oh yeah, bro. I'm glad. I don't know. I just love talking. People are gonna love it. People are gonna have their own ideas on things that they love. Comment it down below and all that.
Yeah, I'd love to get to the point to where like we just have random people on here and just kind of have
Talk to
more of a
shit.
free flow conversation.
Yeah,
Like we don't have some like fucking structured bullshit we gotta follow. We just kind of keep I had the bulletin points open and that's just it. So have
yeah,
fun
like
with it.
like anytime I like hear like anyone else like talk about shit, it's just like regurgitated like shit that you always hear like, oh, this guy,
Mhm.
yeah, he said this or like stuff. It's just like same information that's just spoiled over and over.
Yeah, I definitely get that.
Yeah.
So it's cool that we have our opinions. Everybody's respectful about it. It's like shit. We're just people that like games. Like we're not trying to sit here and tell you guys you have to agree with our opinion or you're wrong. If you like the Halo show, that's great. Or if you don't like remakes, that's great. But yeah, this is our opinions.
We'll even
Put it
have a
up.
conversation with someone who hates our opinions.
Yeah, shit. Fuck it. People want to get on here, we'll put the Discord link below. We can talk to some other people, you know. So yeah, I guess we'll end it off here. So if you
Alright.
guys can, what's up?
Oh no, just saying see.
Yeah, if you guys can, please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. We're not trying to like shove shit down people's throats here, but it just helps, you know, with every like, every watch time. YouTube puts a video out, so if you guys can do that, thank you guys. This has been a great first episode, so thank you, Finley. Thank you, Anthony. This shit's been great. I already have a lot of podcast ideas coming out of this one, so we already I got 2 and 3 already covered, so.
Yeah, I think I'd like help with the majority of it. Like I was like throwing some really good topics.
It helps out because on my channel I usually do like my own podcast, and like for me it's just like my opinion's great, but I can do longer formatted podcast. Like, I don't know, I can't sit by myself and do a long formatted video. I'll start saying the same thing over and over again. So thank you guys for the help. I definitely appreciate it.
Problem.
Other than that, thank you guys. We'll see you guys next. I want to say we'll find an upload schedule, but I want to say maybe a podcast we release every Monday. And try to knock out like 2 in a week or something, you know? Something like that. Monday or Fridays is our days we upload podcasts, so we'll figure something out. But thank you guys. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe. It helps a lot, and we'll see you guys in the next one.